Alright, we're going to get this started pretty soon, guys. Give me a second here to get this set up. Just getting inside. Today we're going to be going over the new event, the Christmas event. I'm going to be going over it in quite some detail. I'll pull it up on my screen so you guys can see exactly what's going on, and I'll go through it with you guys. Okay? Give me a second here. We're going to get this started. And let's do this. Okay. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, let me just get a nice comfortable position at my house here. Let me go find a nice little spot to chill while I show you guys the event, okay? Okay, so we're going to just jump right into it here. And we're going to do this. We're going to go right to the forums here. We'll make this a little bit bigger if I can. Alright. So I want to do my best to respond to chat as well. Let me go ahead and pull my chat up on my computer real quick. Hopefully everyone's doing good. We're getting ready here in about, what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours to see the what the event really looks like. I'm kind of excited to see what's going on. So let's get into it, guys. Alright, so nothing up here we really need to read. The new stuff, we'll go over it together, so don't worry about it. The winter gift tree, don't forget to pick up your gifts every day. It does give some pretty good stuff. The best stuff, obviously, is on Christmas. A pet level up ticket is really nice. The spirit experience ticket's okay. And so there's 3 different event zones, okay? There's the brooding grounds, which is you have to use an egg that you craft to enter the brooding grounds, and that's the only way you can get in there. The brooding grounds does not have that great of event points. So people who are running leaderboard, stay away from the brooding grounds. It's not for event points. That's how it was last year. Okay? Gingerbrax is going to be dropping some loot, but the Spire Pass doesn't really drop that much stuff. So Spire Pass loot, we're going to see here, it drops Winter Holiday Chest, Ice Dragon Scale, which is what you're going to be using to, I think, put together with the to make the thing to go into the other portal, into that other, to fight the dragon dude or whatever. There is a change to the elixir. It's 10 minutes and it only counts down inside the zones. It's going to give us 2 boss loot, which is amazing. 2 times boss loot's great. It reduces the effect of frost damage and increases damage and movement speed as well as gold loot. Oh, that's absolutely awesome. Anything that gives me 2 times boss loot and movement speed and gold loot, I'm happy with, okay? So, I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's not going to be that much stuff dropping when you're before gold tier or before platinum tier, really. You're going to have to get through all the way to platinum tier before you start getting some good loot. Gold tier drops week 1. Obviously, all of the stuff above here, as well as the Cryo Heart wings. The Cryo Heart wings really don't look that great. Neither do the Ribbon Flare. I think the week 3 ones look the best. Winter's Ward stones. It looks like they made these arcane. I'm not sure if they're worth to being arcane. What's up, Pixel? How's it going? Welcome in. So we got a 5,000 damage absorb shield for week 1 Winter Ward Stone. The second one is probably going to be the best one, which increases your haste by 5 per second. And the third one is chance to banish target. So basically like the Soulbinder's Reaping Gem. Does the same thing. And then the Brood Dragon boss loot's going to be right where you get the different stuff, a little bit better stuff. This is going to be where people are farming the most for like the evil elf weapons and stuff like that. And also there's going to be loot, Project Frosty loot. So people are going to really be running the Brood Dragon, okay? And like I said, you're not going to be wanting to do this if you're running leaderboard, period. So week 1, the armor set looks pretty good. Week 2, vanity weapons, in my opinion, don't look that great. But week 3, vanity weapons look absolutely amazing. I think they did a wonderful, wonderful job. Okay. I agree. I think that the aura does look like Skyborn. Whoops, that's not where I wanted to be. Hold on a second here. Let's just go back up here. So, yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, it looks pretty good, the aura. We'll get to that, though, pretty soon. We'll get to that. We're gonna keep going down here. So, bronze tier, you're gonna get the crappy cloth banner, no one cares. Silver tier, you're gonna get a title, which is very nice, helps with APS. And gold tier, you're gonna get 5 awakening gems, a elixir, which is nice. I like how they give us 1 elixir, and then they're gonna give us the pets. Now, I was reading the pets; they're kind of interesting. Okay. This one debuffs the target to take 2 times damage for 2 seconds. My only gripe is the fact that it's the same as heroic. Like, so it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a bummer. I think it's like literally the same. But let me see if I can. How am I supposed to go back on here? Let's just go. We're gonna go right back. Sorry, guys. All right. So, like I said, the pets, they're cool, but they're not that great. Okay. Let's get back to the good stuff. So another thing I'm going to mention with you guys is the fact that every single week you are given, let's get down here. So platinum tier, gold tier, platinum tier. Here we go. So do you see here at the end how it says Eye of the Frostworm crafting component? Each week we're going to be given this. And at the vendor you can buy this recipe that basically you can create the Eye of the Frostworm. Now, I'm sure you guys know what the Eye of the Frostworm is. It's just the gem that is... it's one of these. It's not that big of a deal. They go for about... Right now they're going for... Let's see how much they're going for right now, if I can move this out of the way. 60 million. They're definitely going to be going down a lot more. It gives 12 primary stat, 5 damage. And then the proc gives you like crit damage as well. So we're going to be getting some of these for Christmas, 1 per week. So we're going to be able to make 1 of those per week. So every single person running this event is able to make gold. I don't want any excuses. Every single person is going to be at least making 90 million gold per. What's up, noob? What's going on, man? It's good to see you, bro. So, yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That's, I think, one of the best things. Also, we're going to be getting 4 freaking elixirs, which is awesome. I think that's awesome. That's totally fine, dude. You're not going to ruin anything, buddy. So, the one thing I'd like to do, though, is be able to go backwards on this actual screen. I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm not going to click on these wisps to look at them. If you want to look at them, you can go on the website. The leaderboard rewards are just like Halloween. If you're trying to run leaderboard, you're going to be given one thing that's special, and that's the badge. I personally think week 2 and week 3 badges are absolutely garbage. I think the week 1 badge is just a recolor of last year's Frostfire Dragon, and I don't even want it, so I'm not going to be running for that. And the banners are probably the only thing that are okay. I think week 1 and week 2 banners are the best. I think week 3 would probably just go in my house somewhere hidden if I do win it. The titles, meh. They've been making these dual color titles for a while, and I just don't think they're that special. They've made free titles like Frozen Death and Eclipse and all those other titles that are good titles, but they're just like they're easier to get than this leaderboard title. It makes no sense. So I'm bummed out about that. 50 crate keys for top 5, so that's cool, I guess. Gives you some options to open some chests. Top 25, you get a corrupted gem. Oh, I forgot to mention the Radiant Jewel Kit because it's pretty much worthless. It's about 100 million gold for top 5. That's all you get these days is 100 million gold for top 5. For top 25, you get obviously the corrupted jewel, 10 bound awakenings, and the banners. Okay, and you also get the titles as 25. So I'll be going top 25 for sure. Nothing crazy. Top 50, you just get the flawless jewel, 25 keys, awakenings, and then you get the title. Okay? So the Evil Elf set, I don't know if people are going to be excited for this. I think that it's kind of stupid. I am kind of interested in seeing the set bonus 4-piece Elven Ice Aura, whatever that is. I'm excited to see what that looks like. But why in the world would you need your bosses to be losing 75% movement speed? I have no idea. It just looks horrible. So I really wish they would just stop doing this. Like, when they came out with the Holly set, guys, they gave it so we can have 3 pieces, and it gives us 30% speed. Now, we have to have 8 pieces to get 35% speed. It's just garbage, okay? I think that this might be good with, like, a Hailstone gem and full Frostfire gems in PvP or something, but it might add another layer to PvP. That's about it. From the vendor, okay? So the Dragon Flamestone is what we're going to be crafting the Broodstone, or the whatever we can go into the Brooding Grounds with. So you're going to be buying these with your event points. Snowstorm Artifact. Which aura do I think is going to be the highest price? Easy. The week 1 and week 2 auras are going to be the highest. I would hesitate to say that week 1 is going to be the highest, but I'm always wrong, so I'm going to just say week 2. I'm going to just guess week 2 this time. And I'll tell you my reasons for that in a minute. So this is all the stuff that you can buy from the vendor. No, I love having people with me. You're not going to ruin anything. You guys are chilling. Make yourselves at home. So we get the elixir. We just get the belt you can buy with platinum. Gems, you can literally buy all the gems with 500 platinum. It looks like we're going to be able to buy this with... This is the stuff we can buy with event currency. So we're going to be able to buy the First Frost Halo week 1, Shatterfrost week 2, Winter Star week 3. I don't like the halos, personally. I think you can't even see the 3rd star halo at all. But whatever. So I'm going to see if I can open this in a new tab, guys. Perfect, perfect. So let's see here. Did it even work? Oh, it did work. Okay. So here's the heroic version of this, okay? Whoa, sorry about that. Break my tablet here. So probably killed your ears too. So this one's better, okay? And the reason why this one is better is the arcane ability, not the passive. The passive does a decent amount of damage as well as a chance to either freeze, put a dot, or debuff them to take 2 times damage. This seems like a really, really good PvP pet. For the simple fact that you're in PvP, you're attacking. If he hits that 2 times damage, and you let the star align, it's GG. Okay. Arcane ability. Unleash the Frostfire that deals about 1 million damage almost, and it freezes the enemies in range. The debuff targets take 2 times damage for 2 seconds, and you get a 50% damage increase against bosses. It doesn't say stacking for the 50% boss damage, so I'm a little bit worried about that, but we'll have to see exactly what they do about that, alright? This pet, I slept on. I thought this pet was going to be horrible, okay? The heroic Kitsune. I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. The passive, your Cozy Winter Fiend attacks up to 3 targets and has a 20% chance to buff you with 100% mana ignore. the happiness bonus is where it's at. 100%, 100 parameter stat, 20 haste, 30 mana ignore chance, 15 speed, kind of lacking on the speed, whatever. But it gives you 100% damage while you're above 75% mana. To me, 100% damage, that's like having a whole nother item that you're proccing. It's absolutely insane. I love it. I'm excited. I'm going to be buying these pets 100%, no questions asked. So the Arcane ability, the Magical Winter buff that buffs you with 100% mana ignore for 8 seconds. It's not a party buff, and it looks like it's going to be best to use a haste trainer with this so that you can get more of your passive and more of your arcane. I'm ready to spend plat too, dude. I'm ready. Take my money. Alright, so we're going to get into the good stuff now, guys, okay? So, once again, Warriors, sorry, but I'm not sorry at all. You guys get boned on the belt. I'm actually kind of excited to see how much you guys get boned, okay? So, we're going to just show you this right now. So, we get 5% crit damage and 15% movement speed for our belt. Let's see what the Warriors get. Let's see what those guys get. Shall we? They get 10% health and 15% movement speed. So they are not getting the crit damage, and neither is the mage. So haha to you guys. The rogues are going to be the best. So the new 3 pieces, guys. I'm going to just go into the procs because the stats don't matter right now. The stats really don't matter. The bracelet gives you a chance to ignite a nearby enemy with a solar dot. A mage is going to have to comment below and let us know what they think about this, if it's even good or if it's even worth it. I have no clue whatsoever, but I have no idea. The ring looks pretty cool in my mind. So, restores 10% mana per second. This is going to go hand in hand with that pet. If your mana is at 100%, it restores 10% health per second. They are going to release the Cursed Dune Veil very soon. We've got our 6-piece set, which means we're gonna have that pretty soon. We're gonna have the portal pretty soon. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So, all right, Noob, have a good one, man. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. And I'm not sure why you can't buy platinum. I would suggest not buying any platinum right now. I would wait until they put a plat sale up tomorrow. Don't buy plat today because you're going to buy it and then they're going to put up a plat sale tomorrow. Promise you. All right, so we went over the belt. We went over the bracelet. Let's go over the ring proc. All right. Let me close a couple of these up so we can get the... Oh, that was the ring. We already looked at the ring. So now we didn't look at the belt, right? Yeah, we didn't look at the belt because I was looking at it for something else. So chance on hit. 10% haste, boys, for 8 seconds. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't think I need that much more haste. Like, I really don't. Wait, let me see here if I can even... Yeah, I'm not even going to do it right now. But I have way too much haste. I love it, though. I'm okay with that. I love more haste. Yeah, the new veil is looking amazing. I'm not going to lie. The 6-piece set bonus, I didn't read that it had a proc, so we're looking at this together. Oh, nope, it doesn't have an extra proc. Nope, I'm sorry. Okay, I was wrong. But it does have extra set bonuses that we're going to take a look at. 20% more stat, 10% more health, 10% more damage, and 10% more speed. So that's a total of 155 total primary stat, 40% total primary health, 10% damage, which is 20% total, 20% total stacking speed. The event is starting in about 2 hours and 45 minutes exactly. Approximately, whatever you want to say. So here's the locked vanity sets. How's it going? Durbo. Welcome in, guys. Here is the Gingerbrack set, week 1 from the Vanity Crate. I will go look at it for just a second. I'm not going to go too far into it. It looks okay. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think the week 2 looks the best. But someone had posted a comment and they recolored the skin of this for the Rogue black, and they made it look like black heraldic, and it looks freaking better than anything I've ever seen. And I wish they would have had that, but you know, yeah, week 3 looks the best. I think it reminds me of Game of Thrones. I'm sure that it reminds you guys of Game of Thrones also. I mean, come on, that's Game of Thrones right there for sure, dude. But still it looks good. Still looks really good. So, sorry, give me a second, guys. Let's go into it. There are jewel chests again. So that's another thing that you got to keep your eye out for. Is that I just spent 150 mil not too long ago on a radiant gem, and now they're going to go down to next to nothing. So I'm a little bit pissed about that. A little bit of a bummer. The gold loot sets are absolutely freaking amazing. I'm not going to go into each piece too much. I'll go into one piece and show you that each piece has 10% gold loot static on it. So whatever you awaken it, plus whatever the set bonus is, you're also going to have 10% per piece. The only thing that is really bad about this gold loot set, and I hate to tell you guys, is the fact that it is bound. You can't stash it, and you can't trade it. So you're going to have to buy this set off the store with your own money. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. There's no other way. And that is a new one for Space Time. I don't know how I feel about that. You'd think they would just make it bind on equip. I think that everyone should be leaving messages and comments on the forum and just letting them know that just make it buy on equip. It's not fair for people who never buy plat to not get it. I think that just, especially since the people who don't buy plat need gold the most. Plain and simple. Okay? So everyone leave a comment on their shit and tell them that, like, you need to let this be bound. At least let it be soul bound. Alright, so this aura I think is going to sell for the most. The amount of detail in this aura is amazing. I think it's absolutely freaking awesome. Okay, I think this is probably going to go for 450, probably 500, 600 right off the bat. Maybe less, who knows, but definitely a good aura. Week 2. I want to get my hands on week 1 and week 2. This thing is awesome, guys. It looks like an Elite Skyborn aura, except like mixture of like Frostfire, you know, like Halo and stuff. So I think that is absolutely freaking awesome. Week 3, I don't like it. I am not a big fan of it. It looks like Ice Lord. Like, it literally just looks like Ice Lord aura. Come on, STS. Come on. Like, let's stop. Let's not do this. Alright, Frosted Downs, Winter Racing. They're bringing back Winter Racing. I am definitely hitting this up this year. I didn't do it last year. I almost forgot that they had it because I wasn't doing it. But this thing is pretty cool. You're only going to be able to get winter furnishings. So, like, there's not going to be that much stuff you can buy with the Hustle Bucks, just this stuff. But if you need some cars for your house or whatever, then it's fun. It's a fun event. So that's pretty much it when it comes to it. There are people who are going to be doing a scavenger hunt videos. I will not be one of those people because I've already got both of these badges and titles, so I don't need to do this. But for everyone else who does need to do it, check your guild discords and check everything else. When you're running leaderboard, you never go to the event zone. You don't touch anything in the event zone. The first thing you do if you're running leaderboard is you go, unless you're buying plat and energy, But the first thing you do is you go right to KT4, or you go to Elite Indigo, or you go to get your energy. If you go there 10-15 minutes before the event comes out to KT, you'll see every single pro standing out there waiting to start. We're all standing there, and the second that we're able to get energy, we're all running KT4. So if you want to do the leaderboard, make sure you're doing that. So 30-minute crafting time for the Dragon Flamestone. Like I said, this is what you're going to be using to get into the Brooding Grounds. But remember, if you're running leaderboard, I don't think you need to do that. I don't think that's part of it, unless they made it in the same event portal this year. But last year they had 2 separate portals, 2 completely separate portals. Okay, and then if you want to make the Evil Elf set, you're going to have to get all this crap that, Ice Dragon scales and tiers and buy all that stuff. And then here's the bronze rewards and the T5 rewards. Here's the vendor for winter week 1. The ugly sweater is for your scavenger hunt, so just keep that in mind. Hailstone gems are always a good seller. Obviously pets. People are going to be making a lot of gold from this event that buy plat. But don't buy plat today, guys. The more people who don't buy plat today, the higher chance they're going to put out a plat sale sooner. Now, every time I wanted to buy something, like during Halloween, Christmas, all of these major events, I'll buy plat, and then 24 hours later, they release a plat sale, and I would have saved $40. So don't be like me. Wait. Be patient. We have 3 weeks. Okay? Yes, I believe, Xerxes, that if you do have a fair shot, you got to be fast, and you got to be able to willing to run the whole time, all day. If you're not putting in the hours like some of these other people, you're not going to win. You're not going to be able to get past anybody. But if you are able to if you have the time, you can do it. I got T5 for Halloween, and I was T5 week 1. And I went right to KT. I didn't buy platinum. So it's possible. But you have to grind. Like, you have to grind hard. That's the only thing. Let's see what these guys are saying. Yeah, everything is bound, but for a very good reason. I'll go into that reason right now. The reason why everything is bound is because when Temple leaderboard comes out, and there are people like Apox and Delegation who are taking usually about 10 to 15 leaderboard places with just those 2 people. They'll make alts, and they will transfer their gear to each of their alts, and then they'll go on the leaderboard and they'll place for Temple. And there was one year when, I'm sure you guys can go look at Apox's videos, where he brags about having like 10 titles, 10 badges, 10 auras, 10 of everything. And this was when stuff was tradable. So if people really want to get mad about the leaderboard rewards being like crap, go talk to Apex about the fact that he ruined it for pretty much everybody, as well as Delegation. Okay. Anyone who claims to be the self-proclaimed best rogue and then basically just does that stuff, like, just because they're greedy. See, I don't like it. I think it's an amazing thing that they made things soulbound, because now you have to put your gear on and use it on that character, and you can't sell it. For all those people, for all the people who bought their gear and then used it for a day and then said, I'd rather have the gold and I'm going to sell my gear, and then they sell their gear and then they regret it, and they can't even do an event, they can't even play with their friends. This is for those people. This is for Apox. This is for those people who can't keep on to their gear and they keep selling it. You shouldn't be selling your gold loot set. You shouldn't be selling your gear that you're using to kill people. That's like, what's the point? Like, this game is not about merching. Like, that's why I can't stand the people that are standing in Expedition Camp merching all day, every day. Like, you don't do anything, dude. Yeah, Apox is a good dude, but he's just egotistical and he takes too many leaderboard positions. And now that everything's not everything is bound, I doubt we'll see him on the leaderboard. You know, so it is what it is. I think it's a good thing for the game. Does it suck that we have to get gear for all of our characters? Yep. It does. Sure does. So that's pretty much it, guys. I think it's going to be a good event. I think there's a lot of stuff that's going to be really cool. And I think that we're going to have a good time. Yep, so this is all the stuff that you can get with the racing coin vendor. People are saying all this stuff, but they're not even reading it. That's unfortunate. All you have to do, they're asking questions like Frosty Joel was from reaching plat tier. Can you add Hailstone? Like, all this stuff is already up there. They just didn't read enough. So it looks like everyone's happy. Everyone looks like they're pretty happy. So yeah, we're getting ready to do this here in a second. We've got about it's 10 o'clock right now, so we have about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, right? I'm excited though. I definitely am excited for it. I just wish they would have given us like pets like they did last year. Go ahead and take that off my officer chat real quick so that it's not like putting people on blast. So yeah, if you missed it, guys, you guys can go back a little bit. If you guys are just tuning in right now, you can go back. I went over the event a little bit, went over everything that I think is important. Um, I think that this event's going to be very, very fun. I think that we're going to have a lot of stuff to do, and the only thing I'm bummed about is honestly the leaderboard. So I'm hoping maybe we get a good leaderboard, but I took a look at the event where there was a really good leaderboard. I think it was 2 years ago, 2024. We had a leaderboard where we got the polar set. But when I was taking a look at that leaderboard, that was the only thing that was in the event. There wasn't anything else. There wasn't like anything. They didn't have like the gems. They didn't have the pets. They didn't have the titles. They didn't have like any of the other stuff for the people who play that aren't leaderboard runners. So I think they kind of just said, screw leaderboard runners. Let's focus on the plat spenders and the people playing the game. So, yep. And Sludgka420, I like your name. I am absolutely going to be streaming once the event releases. I will be streaming probably most of the time, actually. I definitely want to be streaming a bunch. I don't know how much I'm going to be running the leaderboard. I'll probably go for T25, but that for me, that should be pretty easy. I don't even really have to play that much to get T25. It's just not worth it for Tier 5. Tier 5 is just one badge. That's it. And I have plenty of badges. I don't need another crappy looking badge. I don't know. I want some more good badges like the one I'm wearing, or this one right here, the other skull one. That was a good badge, but all the newer ones like the Accursed Astrolith badge and this one right here, the Labyrinth one, this one does not look good. Boss Hunt does not look good. Like, come on, STS. Do better. Make some cool badges like Judgment's badge, like the Spring Equinox badge. That badge is cool. Make more badges like the Wicked Arcanax badge. That badge is cool. But no. I don't know. Yeah, the Frostfire badge is good. The one from last year. Okay, so my guild is it's a little bit different than most guilds. We do an invite only system. So we require you to know somebody that's in the guild. So I would suggest just getting to know somebody that's in the guild and talk to them and just kind of just get to know them. Like, we're not going to invite you right off the bat because it's, first of all, it's 18 years older. Yeah, it's kind of like an adult bar is what Baron says. Like, there's going to be people talking shit, people doing whatever, but it's just all fun and games. So we want people who are going to match that energy. We want cool people. We want people. I mean, you got 420 in your name, so you got 1 point from me, right? But I get asked this every single day. Every single time I go live, I get asked if they can join my guild, and I have to say that I can't be that person that's giving you your invite, because it's not fair. Like, I can't do that for everybody. So like I said, I would just get to know people. Like, Going's in our guild, Eric's in our guild, Aetherius, everyone's in here is an amazing person, and I assume that if you just talk to them and get to know somebody, maybe whatever, be yourself though, and after a while, even after maybe a day or two, man, just ask again, and you'll probably be invited. We have an awesome Discord. I'll kind of go. Let me see if I can go into it while I'm here. Our Discord is absolutely amazing. I've never seen a better Discord in my life. We have stuff like, let's see here. If you do live streams, we have a place where all of the live streams get posted. If you have YouTube guides, we have that. We have boss locations for all of the bosses. So if you need some help finding like rare bosses, we have all of that. I mean, this guild is absolutely insane. We have all of the feats, so if you need help doing your literally conservation, concertation, whatever the fuck, AP, you can do that. Like, it'll help you. How to do Elder Cursed. We have people that made videos on how to do Elder Cursed. So we have a lot of stuff here that are things about, giving stuff away, and we do a lot of giveaways too, which is freaking awesome. I know I've gotten a ton of stuff from here. We do a seasonal lottery, which is we give away tons of stuff at the end of the season, and there's some really good stuff. As you can see here, we have Dead Legend titles, Radiant Finesse, Mind Fury. We got Siege Part eggs, Verdant Scourge auras, Cauldron Flame auras, Mist of Twin Vows. I mean, we have so much stuff that is donated from our officers and our people that we just like to give back, right? Especially Baron. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been doing this for a long, long time. And this is absolutely the coolest guild I've ever seen. We have tons of, so like I said, guys, just if you want to join the guild, just make sure you're talking to people and getting to know people. And that was okay. But yeah, it's all fun and games, man. And you know what? We have a section where everyone can write a little bit about them and write, a little bit about themselves. I think this is freaking awesome. That's like little figurine. I wish I could have that in real life. That's AI. It looks real, but that's AI. But yeah, it's an amazing guild. So for the people who want to join, just get to know somebody, and it's easy as that. It's easy as that. And like I said, I wish I could invite you. I'd invite everybody if I could, but the problem with that is, you know how people are, man. You can't trust everybody. So here we are. We're just waiting around for this event now. I guess I could go over some of the new stuff that I picked up, or like some of the new stuff that I awakened. I'm kind of bummed out that the new Veil belt has 15% speed and crit damage also, and also has an amazing proc, because I just awakened this to 24% speed. or 23% speed. So I'm bummed out. I'm kind of bummed out because I thought that was going to be the new set, but whatever. I did get some pretty crazy freaking stuff. I think this is my favorite right here. 36% speed, 2 armor guard stones, and 30% speed. So 30, 30, 30. This is what's making me just go. I think it's like 5.8. I have 5.82 movement speed unbuffed, which is really nice. I'll probably be using this in. I'll probably be using that in. All right, 25% off sale. That's what we got. It just happened now while I was live. So we have a 25% sale. That's not the best. We had a 40%, I think, during Halloween, but I think they know people are going to still be buying it regardless. So there you go, 25% off, not too bad. If you are a USA resident, make sure you're buying it online on the website because then you don't have to pay tax. It won't be $84, it'll be $74.99 exactly. That's a little tip from me. Don't be buying it. Don't be buying on the website, or buy it on the website, guys. So yeah, I think we're gonna get ready. We're gonna get ready and oh, what are these guys talking about? They're talking about weed? Y'all talking about weed? You know me, I love my weed. As the viewership just goes down, like there was like 18 people watching, now there's like 1. No one cares about that, huh? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, we're gonna get this going. Meth. Ooh, meth. Wonderful. All right, I'm gonna escort myself out of this conversation. Yeah. But yeah, this guild is awesome, man. I'm absolutely loving it. Whoa, that was a horrible typing there. All right. Yep, now we're just waiting for the event, guys. I will be streaming for the event before it starts. I'll probably smoke a blunt or something. Sounds like something fun to do, right? Smoke a blunt before it starts. Other than that, probably just chill. Probably just chill until then. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming until it starts or if I'm going to just wait. Yeah, I picked up a bunch last night. I got a infused blunt. It's an infused blunt with, I thought the name of it was kind of stupid, though. They got some weird-ass names these days. Finally have my house on the home show. So if you guys ever want to, come check it out. It's chilling. It's always just sitting there. I don't drink, bro. Yeah, I don't drink. I'm actually a peer support specialist, so I help people get off drugs and alcohol. I do smoke weed, though. It's legal here, though. So it's not as frowned upon or whatever, but I, sir, do not drink. I mean, I have. I used to drink a lot. I was, high school, every freaking weekend we'd be getting drunk at parties, but just not my thing. I think I got out of my system then. See, like, I'm just not the same way. I just don't like beer. I enjoy a nice big fat blunt after work. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, beer just doesn't taste good. There was one time where I was playing a lot of Pocket Legends and I was like drinking Steel Reserve tall cans every day after work. Like I would go to work. I used to work as a medical screener, so I'd be like taking people's vitals all day and stuff, and then come home and play Pocket Legends and get drunk. But yeah, it's not fun. It's not my thing. You know. So another thing I'm gonna say is I really don't know how I'm gonna be setting up my damage loadout. I don't know if I'm gonna be getting rid of like all of my blood set or what. But if I do, I'm gonna have to buy 3 new Mantis gems, which sucks. Either 3 new Mantis gems, because Mantis gems are 4% crit damage. I just can't live without that. So I'll probably need 4 of those. I'll buy 3 right now just to have. Nice, dude. Level what? What'd you say? Level 16? Nice, dude. My vanities are all right here. My vanities, all the good ones are just right here. So I have Crier with the week 1 leaderboard banner. I have this is my all-time favorite set in the game, is Black Heraldic. I mean, come on. With the Void Halo, it's just so sick. And then, of course, the Whispering Death set is like probably my second favorite set compared to the one I have on. That set's like 3 billion. The Halo is worth a lot, but they've been going for like 200 million lately. And then that banner right here, Mishi, that is tier 5, Accursed Astrolith banner. Let's see here. Obviously, you got the set from doing the quest, the Resplendent Uller set, with the Boss Hunt banner. That's the T25 Boss Hunt banner. Fast Cap, level 91 Fast Cap banner. This set was released on when Doonvale was released. This set was released. I thought it was really cool. It's got like scarabs on it. It's pretty cool. Warden set, obviously got the Warden week 2 banner and Cauldron Flame Warrior to go with it, and the Cauldron Flame Wisp. I think. Where's my Wisp? What the heck? I don't see my Cauldron Flame Wisp. Am I tripping out? What the hell? Where is it? There's so much stuff in my house, I have to go through each one of them. I don't see it. Oh my god, you see that? You see that bug? It was there the whole time, I just had to re-enable it. That's ridiculous, dude. Jesus. Okay, so that's the Warden of Halos. That's the Warden of Flame set with the T25 banner. This is the Labyrinth T25 banner. I got rank 1 on that one though, with the Labyrinth Lord title. And I got rank 1 Boss Hunt, which was nice. That was a good event. Yep, rank 1 for Labyrinth twice, 2 years in a row, which was awesome. Forerunner Vanity set, not that special. Brown Heraldic with an alien head. I thought it looked really cool. This one is T25 week 3 banner, I believe. And so these are my sets. These are like my literal only sets I like to keep. I was using Black Heraldic for literal years, but these are the only sets that I want to keep beside the leaderboard sets that I'll probably start stacking up. As for the vanities I'm wearing, I don't have that much. I don't really keep that much stuff. Obviously, I keep a lot of stuff in my inventory that is here. A lot of my vanities are in my stash. I do have a couple that I'm selling. I have these two I'm selling, as well as the Midnight Lounge coat. They go pretty good together. But you know, Blood Grub weapon, I do love that. Sacred Sentinel Sacred Sentinel set, amazing. Temple Guardian banner, both came with the Sentinel set, so this goes good because the belt matches the banner, the belt buckle. I think this set is amazing. I hate when people call it the Assassin's Creed set. I mean, this does not look like Assassin's Creed to me. This looks like straight demonic killer, like straight freaking sweet, dude. I don't know. It looks amazing, and I think that with the badge, it just looks even better. Sometimes I like to put on my second badge, but I'm not a big fan of the two badges. It just the second one's really small. It kind of just, I got OCD about that, so I usually don't put that on. But yeah, these are my badges. Nothing special. I have probably like 7 leaderboard badges, but I've won way more than that. I probably won about 20 plus leaderboards. Some of them don't have badges though, and some of them I was like T25, so you only get it for T5, T10. But yeah, so those are my vanities. I do have a couple of other ones hidden around. I have a Moth old tribal vanity here. I have my Plat purchasing vanities up here. I have Ruthia River armors over here. This is like stuff I got from an old event. Earth Sauce Assault event. This is bound. People like it, but I just think it's a little bit too girly for me. I also have the Ashen Winter's Fest set because I have a feeling that at one point this is going to be worth quite a bit once they finally disappear off the auction house. I've been waiting years for this, but whatever. I've been playing this game for, on the 1st of January, it'll be 13 years. But I've been on and off. So I've only played this game, I would say, about 4 years solid, period. Because if you go look at my first video, I have 550,000 kills. And that was about maybe almost 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I had 500,000 kills. And I had won 2 leaderboards. So in the last 2 years, I've won probably about 17 leaderboards, maybe 18, and I've gotten 4 million kills almost. Yes, exactly. Hasn't taken me long. Mainly because I'm a leaderboard runner, and I knew that Alright, so I'll be honest with you guys. I was trash talking a lot about Apox because of him taking all the leaderboard spots, but I'm going to be honest with you. Apox is the one who taught me pretty much what I know. Apox is the one who helped me learn how to run leaderboard. He's the one who advised me what to use, so definitely one of those things. Hey, what's up? I don't know, man. I don't know what that means, but I have a feeling it's some weird sex stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know who says that. But anyways, whatever. I'm not a cuck and I'm not a twink. I'm a man. And brother, like, I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with the ladies, trust me. But I do play this game too much sometimes. Yeah, I do giveaways. Yeah, let's talk about that. I forgot to bring that up. So, the giveaways I'm going to be doing, this next giveaway is going to be 150 million. Three people are going to win 50 million each. And it's going to be done, I would say, within the next few days. I'm going to be giving this away. I'm going to pick the winners. Not sure if I'm going to be doing it during the winter event because a lot of people are going to be missing out because they're going to be running nonstop through the event. So I really have to talk to a couple people and ask them when it's going to be a good time for them to enter. But I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this 150 million gold giveaway very soon. And this is just the beginning. The first giveaway is 150 million. The next one after that's going to be a smooth 200 million, I think I said. And then the last one, the finale for the end of this year, or probably the beginning of this coming year, I guess, depending on how long it takes. It's going to be about 300 million, 100 million per person. So we're going to have to figure it out. But alright guys, I'm going to have to go. I will be back in probably about an hour when the event starts. I hope you guys have an amazing morning or night, and I will see you soon. Peace.